Well, I hope you guys joining us can hear their happy gibbon noises. That's one of my favorites. I think we'll just wait for a couple more people to join us. We've got Keeper Grace and Keeper Wendy out here with our Müllers or gray gibbons. We're watching Sammy right here. And we just gave them their afternoon diet. All right, Keeper Wendy, if you want to tell us about, go ahead and tell us about the Müller's gibbons.
All right, so you're looking at Sammy. She's the younger of the two gibbons that live here at Miller Park. She is 17 years old this year, and Frodo is 18, so he's about a year and a half older than her. Really, her birthday is right at the end of the year, so it doesn't seem like it, but it's real close.
Yeah.
And in the wild, they can live about 30 years, and in captivity, they can live between 30 and 40 years. So that's pretty
Sweet potato
average.
got denied.
So they're about middle-aged at 17 and 18. And they're full siblings, and they came from the Cincinnati Zoo, and they just needed more room at their exhibit, so they sent these two out together. And so they're going to live the rest of their lives together. In the wild, though, they wouldn't live with their brother. They would be a monogamous pair. So there'd be a boy and a girl that lived together all their lives. And they would spend time with 2 or 3 other pairs of gibbons. And that's the group that they would hang out in the wild. All right, anyone have any questions so far?
Not yet. If you guys have any questions about our gibbons, you can type them out, shout them out.
She's talking to her green bean.
She is talking to her green bean. She's excited about that green bean.
In the wild, they live on the island of Borneo. That is the only place you find these gibbons. And they live actually on the north and eastern side of that island. And they'd spend all their time up in the treetops. So if you've come to the zoo right now, they're not going to do any of the swinging around because they're intent on eating.
They're excited about their supper.
If you come to the zoo when they're not being fed, they spend a lot of time swinging around in the top of their exhibit. So you'll see that we have ropes for them to swing on, and that's how they get around in the wild. They'd swing from tree branch to tree branch. And so that's called brachiating, and that's how they get around. And then one of their best defenses in the wild is all that singing that you hear the gibbons do at the exhibit. That's how they defend their territories. They spend all their time in the treetops singing, telling everybody that's where they live.
I think we get that a question a lot, especially with like the dog walkers in the park in the morning when we're getting ready, when we're coming in for work. Frodo will be up at the top of the exhibit singing, and we get lots of dog walkers that stop us and like, what is making that loud noise? You can hear it. You can hear it quite a ways away. So for the people that missed the beginning, can you tell who we have in the exhibit again?
So Sammy's the one directly in front of the camera right now. She's 17, and she is the younger. Oh, look out, Frodo's coming. She's the younger sister to Frodo. So they're full siblings. And here at the zoo, they'll spend the rest of their lives together. So 17 and 18 makes them middle-aged. They will live into their mid to late 30s.
And then Letty would like to know what their diet consists of. What is in their diet or their supper?
They're actually, to these guys, there's like 3 parts of their diet. So they have an AM diet, and then if they don't shift inside, where we can lock them inside for the morning for a few minutes so that we can clean,
yeah.
They only get biscuits. So they get 2 types of pressed pelleted biscuit and a canned primate. And then if they don't shift, that's all they get all day, because then they'll think about it, and then they might come in the next morning. Now, if they shift in the morning and let us clean so we can put them out into a clean exhibit, they'll get the biscuit portion and some fruit. So in general, they'll get bananas, oranges, apples, some variety fruits, and some grapes. That's their basic diet in the morning. But it's like 400 grams of fruit-ish is what they get in the morning. And then you're seeing them eat the bulk of their PM diet, and that's made up of vegetables, egg, either rice cakes or bread, and lettuce. But in the wild, they're pretty much strict frugivores, which means they eat a lot of fruit in the wild and greens. But here at the zoo, they get fruits and vegetables.
Dominic would like to know why they have such long arms.
So their front arms are twice as long is their back legs, and that's because they spend all their time in the wild up in the treetop swinging from tree branch to tree branch, and so that is how they get around. So that's their adaptation to be fast in the wild.
Alicia says fruit, that's our favorite. I think that's their favorite too.
Yeah, they like the fruit best.
I think grapes is probably their favorite thing. Do you guys have any more questions? Shout them out. We will be happy to answer them for you. Are we finally eating the sweet potato? You were throwing it on the floor earlier.
It's like I decided it was okay.
Oh, she's eating sweet potato too. What are you watching, Sam?
Bugs.
So they are male and female. Yes, so this is a female, male, brother, sister.
So they look pretty much identical. Like, he has a little bit darker fur. Sometimes you can pick it out when they're out in the sunshine, but essentially they're gray and black, and they look pretty much the same. Like, it's hard to tell them apart if they're in a dark corner. I think he looks a little darker, but I see them all the time.
Right. Oh, Frodo denied the green beans.
He's like, why would I want to eat that?
Funny, the second one was all right.
First one was.
I don't understand you sometimes, Frodo.
He's like, I was hoping there's something better in here. So
Have they ever gotten frozen grapes as a treat? Well, that's
we don't have frozen grapes. We gave them their regular diet, but we have some popsicles.
We did.
So we brought out strawberry and mango popsicles.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to do something else before we handed out more treats, so I haven't given them these
Yeah, we
yet.
gave them, just like your human child, we gave them their dinner before we gave them their popsicles.
So, Frodo, you want to try one of these? He's weird about frozen items. I don't know if
He doesn't, well, I think Frodo he doesn't like textures or like cold things.
Yeah.
They're looking at him. We'll see if they... He's got to finish his supper first.
You don't want one?
He's being a good ape.
No? You don't want one?
He's being a good ape and finishing his vegetables first. Oh, Sam. Oh, you scared me, Sam.
It fell in. Come here.
She's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that either.
Did you trip? I'm leaving.
I think she scared herself. She's got to go see if her brother has anything better.
She fell on the floor. They don't like popsicles. Good thing I brought
Mateo would like to know, do they groom each other?
Yes, they do spend quite a bit of time grooming each other. It's part of their social setup. That's how they hang out together and make sure everybody's taken care of. Since there's only two of them, they both... Mostly I see Frodo grooming Sammy more than the other way around, but I think she does take a turn.
She's saying she's got Frodo well trained.
Yeah.
He's being a good big brother.
He's throwing stuff out and she's eating it.
Right. I feel like I see that happen a lot. Like when we give them more complex enrichment, he'll go up top and he'll usually just break the enrichment and then throw the food on the floor.
Yeah, he gets frustrated and doesn't want to figure it out and then just whips it on the floor.
I find that interesting about their personalities. I feel like Sam is the type of she's the type of primate to like sit down and figure something out. And he's the type, he'll look at it, and if he can't figure it out, he just takes it all the way to the top of the exhibit and then throws it to the ground to try to break it open. Let's see, you can see some of the other enrichment that we've given them. They've gotten plastic containers and
they had paper balls this morning.
Newspapers. Oh, they got their fruit in the paper balls this morning.
Yeah.
I feel like with these guys, I mean, they get like plastic toddler toys and stuff like that sometimes too, but a lot of times, he's gonna come check out the popsicles. Is he cold?
Seems to like it. Like, that's enough of that.
Oh, he shakes his hand. He's like, that was cold. He doesn't like textures very much.
He's like, get this piece out.
You like that mango? Really, mango is... I forget which zoo posted it. Somebody just posted a video of an orangutan enjoying a frozen treat, and they picked it up with a paper bag so their hands wouldn't get cold.
That's smart. He's like, watch this. Oh, he liked that one. He likes mango better.
I feel Frodo likes the strange fruits. We get donations from local grocery stores, and every once in a while we get some really random fruits. And it's usually like, let's go see if the gibbons eat it.
Now he's back to strawberry.
What's that big, like, South American fruit that we sometimes get that they love?
Jackfruit.
Oh, yeah, the jackfruit.
They like jackfruit.
They love jackfruit.
He's going to pull it back closer.
All right. Any other questions before we head out? Oh, Andres would like to know, will they be part of the new area? I wonder if you're thinking about Debraza. We are planning a new primate exhibit over behind the flamingo, like between the flamingo and the carousel. And that will be for Debraza monkeys and red rumped diker. We were close. So there will be, I think they're slightly smaller than the gibbon, I believe. I've never worked them before, so I have to do my research on that species as well. But that'll be exciting. Hopefully that construction will start soon.
Yeah, these guys are going to stay here.
Yep, these guys will stay here. They're too big for that. They are and these guys are considered a lesser ape, and not a monkey, because they don't have tails. That's the easiest way to tell them apart. No tails, that means they're an ape. All right, so just as a reminder, if you've missed any of our keeper chats, you can go onto our YouTube channel at Miller Park Zoo and check those out. And then, yeah, there's that donate button on the bottom of the page. Are you hiding? Say goodbye, Sam. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time.